Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Civilization VI Rise and Fall in our Great SCOT series. So I've had a few people screaming at me for the entirety of episode 1 and 2 that I forgot a goodie hut down here, even though we got all these other goodie huts throughout the first couple of episodes, and matter of fact, secured a golden age quite handily in the second episode. We're not in one yet, but we will be in one in 10 turns, which is quite nice when the Ancient Era transition happens. But what I think I'm going to do, rather than going straight for that goodie hut as soon as I can, I think I might wait until the beginning of the next era to grab that goodie hut. Because if I can keep a unit nearby to keep an eye on it and make sure that it's, doesn't fall to, say, a Polish scout that might be down in the area, then I might actually be able to, help out with ensuring a good age for the medieval age. Because the classical age is going to be golden, and I can't remember if it's either impossible or very difficult to chain golden ages. I think it's impossible. I don't think you can have one after another. But if you can, it's very hard. But we can strategize and try and see what happens by just attempting just to wait on that goodie hut until the beginning of the next era. So we'll have a unit, keep an eye on it. We have one warrior almost done in Haddington to help finish off these guys. That traitor lost its life, poor thing, heading up to Candy because this barbarian decided to go out of their way just to kill that traitor, even though they were down here to begin with, pillaging this pasture tile. So we've got to repair those as well so we can get our culture back up. Let's go ahead and jump in here and see what we can do. I'm going to bring this scout back down this direction because we have one tile of Terra Incognita that I've got to work on there. And then this slinger, I am going to start bringing down towards Haddington to deal with our enemies here. Let's have that warrior go over there. And then this builder can go ahead and start heading across to other territory. Almost done exploring in this direction with this scout, which is good, frankly. Ooh, Jadviga's finished the Hanging Garden, so her cities are all going to grow a little bit faster now. Ancient Era ends in 9 turns. There we go. So countdown is showing now. So we have a large standing army, and we got the boost towards mercenaries. Very nice. All right, so let's take a quick look here at... What could I do with... Hang on, if I move this warrior here... No, I can't fire. Damn. Alright, well... I'm going to go ahead and get this slinger involved. That warrior won't be able to take that slinger. Good. Promotion available. That's what I wanted to see. Alright, so we finished our warrior here, and we finished a monument here, so we have a little bit better culture per turn now, which is nice. Ooh, decisions. We looked at possible holy site spots last episode. There's not really... any great holy sites. If we have a government district, I think the government plaza district, which has to be built, doesn't it have to be built at the city center? Or adjacent to the city center? If it doesn't, then we might be okay. Hang on, let's take a quick look at that. It doesn't say anything about where it needs to be built. But what I'm looking at here is that this will eventually provide an increase of +1 of adjacency bonuses to the ones already being earned by whatever district you put it next to. So it's really important to think about where you're going to place that. And maybe we can use that because we don't have any really good campus or really any good holy site spots here. I mean, we do have good holy site spots, but we have to pay for them. I don't want to spend my gold right now. Was there something I was saving up gold for? 200 gold comes to mind, and maybe it was because of that trader, which I do need to replace. Well, let's see. I also need my third city. You know what? Let's go ahead and go for a settler here. I'll keep the city on... Let's actually put them on growth focus, too, because we want to have these cities growing as much as possible, able to support, the ability to crank out, new settlers as often as we can. And then Haddington, either another settler or... You know what? With the same idea in mind, let's go ahead and do a granary in Haddington. Food focus helps growth time a good bit and doesn't hurt production time too much, especially since I'm about to repair a couple of pastures. So we'll set that up too. And then this warrior does need to heal, but they're not in bad enough shape that I want to keep them out of the fight. Let's bring this builder closer to the pasture to get ready to repair it. And we're going to try... Yeah, use this scout to get up near Bandar Brunei and see what we can discover in that area. They've got some units that might make it a little tough to scout. Alright, so this slinger, we're going to give them volley. I'm using my ranged units pretty offensively right now, so I'll stick with that. And then you actually, you're not going to get a promotion. So I'll let this warrior do their thing. Okay, so again, what I'm going to do is use some of these warriors, or some of these units to come down here and keep an eye on this tribal village while also clearing this encampment in the coming turns. We'll keep this warrior right here because I feel like over here in the Terra Incognita somewhere there is there's a barbarian encampment, almost certainly. I'll need to keep an eye on that. We're going to have archery in one turn, by the way, and plenty of gold for it. That's another good reason for me to have some gold stored up for those promotions. Yeah, let's get this scout up that direction, please.
May the forces of evil become confused while your arrow is on its way to the target.
So now that we finished archery, we also... Check this out. Each camp, pasture, and plantation improvement within 4 tiles of this wonder provides +1 amenity. Speaking of happy cities, must be placed adjacent to a camp improvement. A camp improvement like the one you would put on deer, or the one you would put on... We had furs here, so that would be a camp improvement. So I could put the Temple of Artemis here. And that would boost both of these plantations. Or not plantations, but pastures. Camp, pasture, and plantation. That would boost this die. Yeah, holy crap. Getting the Temple of Artemis built in Stirling right there would be incredible. If we can pull that off. You want to talk about happy cities. Again, Scotland, it's all about keeping Scotland particularly happy. Research-wise, I do want to go for sailing because we don't have this boost yet, but before long, I want to be, sailing out and discovering things using galleys because that's a way to get more era score. But for now, I will go for bronze working because I want to have encampment districts. I want to have military production in place. So Scotland's future is kind of secured. We're moving towards a golden age, which is quite nice, but just because we're off to a good start doesn't mean I'm going to let off the gas. Let's go ahead and promote some of these units. Actually, you know what? Ah, damn. All right, so we can't actually... Should have known. We can't actually fire just yet. But we're getting close. And I do need to promote them as soon as I have them back in my territory. Well, one of them is in my territory. Now this scout... Okay, interesting. If that scout's home encampment... There we go. If that scout's home encampment was gone, it would not be running. I'm not sure what it's doing, because I don't see an encampment in the area. But the way encampments work is that... Okay, that's done. We need to repair that one next. The way encampments work is that once a barbarian encampment has been cleared... Yeah, you just need to heal there for a bit. Once a barbarian encampment has been cleared, the scouts and remaining units belonging to that encampment will basically kamikaze against you until they die. So the fact that that scout is not doing that implies that its camp is still around somewhere. It might be a scout for this camp. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so this is the goody hut we want to keep an eye on. We are how close? 5 turns away from the classical era. Let's promote you. Knowledge of machinery has advanced considerably, so we have 3 archers, and that helped out. Did that improve? No, that didn't hurt our income, so I guess... Hang on, let's take a quick look at this. Yeah, maintenance costs 1 gold, same as slingers. Oh, slingers don't have maintenance costs. Really? I thought they did. I know that warriors don't, but I thought the slingers did. Did they change that? Or was I just mistaken? Might have been mistaken. So I guess our income did go down with each archer there. Now that we have more advanced military units, that's going to be a fact of life. Okay, I'm going to keep this warrior here. 6 turns from our new settler in Stirling. And then, which archer's closer to promotion? This one by a little bit. Excellent. So our cultural return is back up. We're 2 turns away from the state workforce, another governor title, and the government plaza. Okay, we finally cleared that one tile that we hadn't explored yet. And now I kind of want to get this builder back up here because there's some marsh tiles near Sterling that I can try to clear. Let's try that. Again, I don't want to clear that goody hut just yet, so I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. I want to go looking for that scout. He's somewhere down in that fog of war. Yeah, you just stay there. This archer, I think, doesn't have garrison, but might have garrison if given the opportunity to level up a little bit more.
It is equally important to have a happy and
Ancient Era ends in 3 turns, or ends in 3 turns.
As it is to have a profitable bottom line.
Okay, so we unlock Corvée, which gives us production bonuses towards Ancient Wonders, and that's tempting because of the Temple of Artemis. But we already have the +1 production bonus in all cities, and we might be able to get this once we change government types. And then, of course, discipline, which we're going to keep because we're still fighting barbarians, and because we're not surrounded by other civilizations, barbarians are going to be kind of a constant threat. Oh, hello! All right, then. Well, we just had our work cut out for us a little bit. Let's, tell you what. First and foremost, let me go ahead and... I should be able to fire on these archers, I think. Oh, no, they're on hills. Oh, I can. Perfect. Awesome. All right, I'm going to go straight for political philosophy next. I still need to research military tradition and mysticism, I know. Mysticism is tempting. Ooh. If we got the Oracle. I almost always go for political philosophy as soon as possible so we can have governments, but man, having access to the... Yeah, let's do it. Building wonders in Civ 6 has changed as a result of what I mentioned at the end of episode 1 with wonder construction. When you fail, you get the production back. You can take more risks on wonders. You can really go for wonders that you feel like will help you. And if you get beaten to the punch, you get the production. You can still put it towards something else. It's kind of nice. All right, so we have a new governor title. We can either promote Victor or we can appoint a new governor. I'm going to appoint a new one. Amani is the diplomat. Let's take a look at each governor candidate so you can familiarize yourself a little bit with what the choices are. She is a loyalty-based governor. You can actually send her 2 city-states. She would act as 2 envoys if I did that. So if I sent her to a city-state, I could, for instance, get Valletta's bonus, which allows me to purchase city center and encampment district buildings with faith, which is pretty damn awesome, honestly. So I could send her right now to Valletta and get that bonus. And I'm kind of tempted to do it, to tell you the truth. Because I have a decent amount of faith per turn, and I might have more before too long. Well, right now I don't have a lot of faith per turn. I could send her to Candy, and we could secure faith per turn. I might use her later on. I don't know if I'm going to pick her as the new governor right now, but she's definitely one to keep in mind because of Valletta's presence. The fact that Valletta is in the game and near us is a really, really good thing. Okay, so Victor, again, we could promote him. This is our diplomatic envoy. Moksha is a religious, or governor, a diplomatic governor. Moksha is a religious governor. Religious pressure to adjacent cities is 100% stronger from this city, so it doubles, basically. Extra production towards holy site buildings. Magnus is a production-based governor. 100% yield from plot harvest and feature removals in the city as his base ability, and then food and production-based abilities for those first levels. We'll go through these individually as we go through the game. I'm not going to go through this screen like completely right now, but just as a broad level overview of what the different governors are. Liang is all builders trained in the city get +1 build charge. That's nice. Extra production towards city center and government plaza buildings, excuse me. The fishery unique improvement can be built in the city on coastal plots. Yields 1 food, +1 food if adjacent to sea resources. So when we have a coastal city, I might go to Liang. And then Pingala is good for science and culture. Extra production towards theater square and campus buildings in the city. And these are the level 1 abilities. And then Reina is an economic governor. All of these governors, of course, give you additional... All of them give a loyalty bonus. Even Amani gives the same loyalty bonus, but she's loyalty focused, so her abilities will improve loyalty even beyond that. So, or I could just promote Victor and give him one of these. I kind of want to use Magnus the Steward. +1 production per turn from each strategic resource. There's not a lot of cities with strategic resources. Maybe I do want to go ahead and send Amani over to Valletta. Maybe that would be the best thing to do. Yeah, let's go ahead and appoint Amani. Let's send her to Valletta. And when she's done establishing, we'll actually become Suzerain of Valletta. How close are we to the Ancient Era? 3 turns? Nice. So we actually might get the bonus for becoming Suzerain of Valletta, which would give us additional era score in the beginning of the next era, which is really good news. I think we might. So we'll see how that goes. Where did that... Oh, yeah, never mind. That scout got killed down here. We're fine. Okay, so this scout... Probably... I guess I'll just bring this scout over here and we can explore this desert up here soon. Yeah, Banda Brunei is blocking me in here pretty badly. Okay, those archers are firing back. Big surprise. Yay, they moved. All right, we're going to see if we can explore a little bit farther up here. An unmet city-state has been defeated. So, interesting. It now says an unmet city-state as opposed to an unmet player. So, I don't think it used to say that. I feel like...
in creating a lasting legacy. Because bronze will last for thousands of years.
I feel like it used to say an unmet player even when it was referring to a city-state. So, that's an improvement. All right, so now we can build encampment districts. And... let's see, do I go ahead and go for... See, we already have horses in one of our cities. So we can go for horseback riding. We, of course, already have the ability to build barracks. That would give us the ability to build stables. Also watermills, though. Watermills would be huge for our core city, and the ability to build a heavy chariot. Let's do that. Yeah, sailing is really tempting, too, but... yeah, we're 2 turns away. I don't know. Well, our next city's not going to be coastal. Our next city is going to be over here. Obvious reasons. We need to settle Uluru to get the culture bonuses and the faith bonuses. And we still need another trader. We do. Do I go ahead and do it now? Do I get a monument going? Let's get the trader going. Trader's a good long-term boost. All right, and this archer definitely needs to finish off that archer. All right, now hopefully this guy will survive. This archer's actually in pretty poor health, so if any other units randomly appear, I can be in trouble. I can bring this archer over that direction to help, prevent that from happening. I think we're about to do an air transition. Yes, we are. The world has entered the classical era, and we, you see the tone of the game change a little bit.
Sure of some things that I don't quite know.
So the colors just got fleshed out a little bit more. We are in a golden age, and we also just finished mysticism, so we can start building the Oracle, probably in Sterling, when this settler is done. We're going to try for that. We can change policies, and actually, in order to really go for that, I'm going to go ahead and put Corvée in place. Because we're going to have a new government soon anyway, so we'll be able to institute more policies. But discipline, I believe I'll keep. However, there's actually, to tell you the complete truth, I think I'm going to replace that as well because my units are strong enough now to fight barbarians without it, and I'd rather save a little bit of money. Yeah, see, that was a substantial gold boost from doing that. All right, so this archer does need to back the hell off. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's bring this archer in. bring that unit up there so they can defend. And now we get to make a dedication. So this is our first era exit, basically. We earned 30 era score, so we got a golden age. It looks like Jadwiga, there's other civilizations that we haven't met yet, of course. This has been an interesting game starting off for meeting other civs, which is part of the reason that I do want to get a coastal city founded sooner than later so that we can get some boats out in the water and meet some other civs. But we're in a golden age during this game era, so that means each of your citizens exerts 1.5 loyalty pressure in their city. This pressure also affects other cities within 9 tiles, but is 10% less effective. So same as normal. It will be, but more loyalty, but the system works the same as far as distance from the city center. It will be easier to maintain loyalty in your cities and challenge the loyalty of nearby foreign cities. You may make a dedication, which will provide a powerful gameplay bonus during the age. So dedications are basically like your gameplay objectives for the next era. You get to kind of say, here's what I want to do, because we are in, because we're in a golden age. So let's see, we can do free inquiry, which is Eureka's provide an additional 10% of technology costs. Oh, wow, that's nice. So that actually would make Eureka's as strong as they used to be. Commercial hub and harbor districts gold adjacency bonuses provide science as well. By the way, these are the words I was trying to remember earlier. So science boosts are Eureka's. Civic boosts are inspirations. I think that was in episode 1 that I was trying to remember that. Pen, brush, and voice. Inspirations provide an additional 10% of civic costs. Each city receives +1 culture for each specialty district. I like that idea. +2 movement for all builders. May purchase civilian units with faith. Oh, wow. Builders and settlers are 30% cheaper to purchase with faith and gold. Whoa. Monumentality sounds amazing. Exodus of the Evangelists. +2 movement for all missionaries, apostles, and inquisitors. Additionally, newly trained ones get +2 charges, +4 great profit points per turn. So the great profit points aren't useful to me anymore. But that's amazing. We're not going for a religious victory, so I mean, I'm not going to use it. But I think what I like most... Let's go ahead and do monumentality. Confirm. Excellent. Our golden age has begun. And now we are definitely going for a political philosophy. I do... yeah, I don't think we need it yet. I mean, we need flanking and support combat bonuses, but I don't think we're hurting enough militarily or under threat enough militarily to worry about it. Amani should be done establishing soon, and we'll get a nice boost from that. I'm going to go ahead and put an envoy into... I think we're doing fine science-wise, so I'm not going to go for Geneva just yet. I'd rather get an envoy with Bandar Brunei and get 4 more gold per turn. So let's do that. Please and thank you. There's actually still some stuff going on up here. This might be the edge of the continent, but I'm discovering a little bit more up here, which is nice. Let's get this scout over this direction. I have to say, now that I'm finally looking at the changed kind of color palette, yeah, we're going to remove this marsh. Help Sterling grow a little bit. Now that I'm looking at the changed color palette for the Golden Age, I don't mind it so much. When I saw it initially in the streams, and maybe they tweaked it, it seemed a little bit extreme. Like it seemed like it was a little bit too saturated. But I like this. I like it a lot. So, see, we actually have 2 wonders that are really, really big to build right now. The Oracle is nice, but the Temple of Artemis is really the one that I should be going for. The amenity bonus would be good for Scotland's bonuses. Oracle is a good one to get overall because great people become less costly to acquire. And I do want Oracle, believe me. And it's good that we got that extra envoy from going for mysticism, so that wasn't a complete waste, but I think I might still go for Temple of Artemis. We also do need to build our government plaza, but not just yet. God, I've already built 1 wonder in Sterling already. But I feel like that, and we have some iron near Sterling too. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I can purchase. Oh man, look at these costs. Look at these costs. I'll be able to train a couple of different units. Oh, that's amazing. Holy crap. Okay, yeah, I've got a lot to do. So let's go ahead. I think I will go ahead and get the Temple of Artemis underway. It's the bonuses of having this in place. It would boost this plantation, this plantation, this plantation, this plantation, these pastures. Like the amenities that I would get from this would be insane. I mean, am I misreading something? Yeah, this is insane. Like, the city would be ecstatic. I have to go for the Temple of Artemis. That's a no-brainer. All right, Sterling is currently on food focus. Let's take it off of that. Yeah, that gives the wonder a few more turns. I'm actually going to put it on production focus so it can finish the wonder as soon as possible. And we're going to bring this scout around to start looking up in that desert area. I'll even bring this warrior up a little farther to help look. All right, now we have one build charge left here. And I do kind of want to look into this iron. It's kind of hard to click this now, and I just want to click Sterling. There we go. I guess, what can you click? If you click the... There you go. You can click that, and it'll select the city. All right, so if I want to purchase that tile, it's oh man, 110. That's most of my gold. I do need the iron, though. It's either that or go for one of these guys. I think I'd rather go for the iron first. Let's do that. Because that'll be good for production and help the Temple of Artemis finish faster. All right, so this settler, I'm going to use my scout to kind of scout ahead of the settler. Meanwhile, I will move them up here and get them a little closer to where they're eventually going to be. And we are almost done with this episode. Let me do a little bit more looking around here. And now that we're in a new age, we can go ahead and do this. Your progress towards defense tactics has been improved. And also recorded history. So because we got the defensive tactics boost, let's have a quick look. Because that is the one that gives us access. See, this gives us access to the... Well, no. Hang on. Now I'm confused. Yeah, we could declare a war of liberation after gaining the defensive tactics civic. So that gives us an additional means of declaring war, right? It's weird that it's not listing that, but anyway. Let's do a few more things. We're almost at the end of this turn. Okay, that is the tip of this continent. I had a feeling. I do need to start researching the sea tech so that my scouts can get in the water. It's one of the big issues that I'm facing at the moment. Nice! So we are now the Suzerain of Valletta. We got 2 more era score as a result. Amani is now established there. And now we can purchase city center buildings with faith. So check out all the stuff I can buy with faith now. I can just buy a granary outright. I could buy a builder in Sterling, which... that's really tempting. The granary is probably what I'm going to build for what I'm going to buy first, just because we've been putting off buying the granary in Sterling, and it just makes too much sense. Now I can go ahead and acquire it and have that taken care of. Now we're a little bit down on faith. I need to have a holy site in order to get more, but that is a huge bonus that I'm currently getting by having monumentality. And it is monumentality, I believe. They purchase, yeah, civilian units with faith. Oh my god, and Valletta. So if we can get our faith production up, we're going to be able to do so much with faith in this game. This is insanely cool. I am loving every second of this. All right, so I'm going to take this scout. Oh, hi, Poland. We found an encampment, and they might clear it before we do. That's kind of annoying. And actually, speaking of the color, like the saturation, it looks really good right now. I mean, this, I actually really like the amount of color I'm seeing right now. It's actually a little bit better, I think, than... I like how much color I'm seeing on the map right now than, you know, compared to normal Civ 6, like when you're in a standard age. It's interesting. Okay, let's get you back in our friendly territory, and then we need to kill this scout. Shouldn't take too long here. Done! And then we'll clear that encampment and get a little bit of gold. Oh, hi! There you are. I was wondering where you ran off to. Alright, now Bandar Brunei still has a bunch of units around, so that scout's going to be tough to get back. But yeah, let's go ahead and get that. Nice, we got a couple more boosts there. So I think that was our boost. Was that a boost towards the wheel? Yes, it was. The mine. So that's now going to be done in a turn. And our knowledge of ironworking has increased considerably. Okay, I will go ahead and stop this episode here. It's 1520 BC, turn 63. We're 10 turns away from finishing the Temple of Artemis, so hopefully we'll get that next episode. And we still have lots of places where we can expand. We are building a new trader to replace the one that we lost. We're off to an amazing start this series. Let's have a quick look at our history timeline. In terms of our era score, by the way, we have a good ways to go before we get back to a normal age. But I think we'll be able to do it. It's going to be very difficult, like I talked about earlier in the episode, to chain golden ages. So I very much doubt I'm going to be able to do that. They do that on purpose, of course, so you can't just spend the whole game in a golden age. But it's not impossible. I just think you have to do very, very, very well. But in the next one, we're going to keep pushing to settle some new cities. I have one new settler on the way. I'm probably going to build one or two more, given that I can purchase stuff with faith. But this is now, of course, an incentive for me to throw down some holy sites as well. So getting a city near Uluru will help me produce faith from just controlling this territory. So it just looks like Jadwiga might be thinking about settling in the area. So I need to get a city down as fast as possible. I may go ahead and put a city here, which would give me access to working all of these tiles in the area. This would be a very good spot to have a city that could take advantage of both the pyramids and maybe even Petra. We could also, it's either there or there, but I think I like here more because then we have that wheat down there. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes in Great Scott are coming out every day. Right now for the first 10, every day at 9 a.m. and noon, but normally at noon Eastern time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.